Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the night shift. This is the partner to the day shift. Come on in the room. I'm Paulette. You are in the Brownstone, brownstonworldwide.com, Brownstone Living Magazine, and Cityscape Radio. I'm the owner and founder of the three. We are a media company, and we pride ourselves on providing you with daily news and information that you can use at brownstonworldwide.com. Now, let's get into a couple of things. If you are new here, it's the first time that you have ever hung out with us, the first thing that you should know is that everybody here is a neighbor. I always tell this story of how when I was a little girl, my mother had a brownstone. She was a part of this community. It was in the street. It was on a street called 24th and Brown. True story. I promise you it's a true story. And we had these little red signs that were put in our windows, and it said, "I'm on watch, and so is my neighbor." Did anybody else have those? Well, if you didn't, this was one of the ways that we let people who were in our community that were questionable know that we nosy and we like to know what's going on. And the same holds true here right now today. So let's jump right into it. What we do here is provide for our neighbors, which is you, an opportunity to find out some things in detail that you may not just get with just the regular news, which you know that I do. If you follow me on any one of my platforms, you know that we do a quick snippet of news from Brownstone Worldwide, and you hear the little song, "Welcome to the neighborhood, welcome to the oh yeah." So you see that, you see what's going on, and then I come later and I do a talking head. This is the Brownstone Center News Update, and then you get your news, your information. You can go about your day. It's usually about 8 to 9 minutes. It's not really long, right? Hey George, how are you? And so then we go live with the day shift. And we dig deep. And when I say we dig deep, some of you guys here know that that's exactly what we do, is we dig deep and we provide a little bit more meat for you to chew on, to make you think and to give you something to discuss throughout your day that is, one, factual, and number two, you can go and seek it out for yourself. Hey, as Kate sees it, how you doing? Come on in here. How y'all doing? All right, now, a couple things. One, I've been missing in action for about a week and a half because I was on a lovely trip to Houston. We talked about that earlier today. And I'm back home now, and we'll probably be going back again. But in the interim, I definitely needed to let you guys know about a couple of things that are happening right now. And some of these are super, super, super crazy important. You absolutely, thank you so much for the likes. If you are on either one of the platforms, go ahead and tap on the screen, like it up a little bit. I'm not here to sell you anything. we're here to provide some news and information that you can use. That's the first thing. Okay. So a couple of things that you definitely need to know about right now is this. Number one, sit down. I know you've probably already heard about it. And of course, I lost my place. I probably closed the doggone window. But let's talk about your president. The president of the United States is making a decision to strike Iran. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the details of that so that we are aware. And see what happens. So here's what you need to know. President Donald Trump is weighing on whether or not to join Israel. Good to see you, Ty. Hey, girl. How are you? So he's weighing whether or not to join Israel's strikes on Iran, including using bunker busting bombs to target nuclear facilities deep underground. And that's a discussion that's currently underway among his top officials over how the U.S. can strike those targets without becoming embroiled in a full-scale war. Now, that's according to sources that are familiar with the war. So for Trump, trying to avoid prolonging the conflict that began last Thursday has become a top imperative, while he is receptive to arguments, including from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We do know that only the U.S. can decisively and Iran's nuclear ambitions. He is deeply wary of becoming bogged down in the type of foreign conflict he vowed to avoid. Now, remember, he said that he wasn't going to become a part of a war. He was going to do everything he could to keep us out of this. Yet here we are. So over the weekend, some U.S. allies received word that the Trump administration was planning to wait and see what the Israelis accomplished during the first week of their operation against Iran's nuclear program before making a decision on getting involved with U.S. Military assets. 2 European diplomats have already discussed that. So a day ahead of that deadline, what you need to know is Trump said he had not made a final decision on how to proceed. And in conversations with U.S. allies today, administration officials did not definitively lean in on one direction or the other. Now, he's also received attack plans for Iran, but he's actually holding off to see if Tehran steps back from its nuclear program. A person familiar with the matter actually told CNN today. So basically, it's like we're just waiting to see what this, what decision is going to be made. Now, again, he's keeping his options open, but correct me if I'm wrong, folks. This is not a decision that he makes by himself. Am I correct? Thank you so much, Disrupt Daily Political Media. I appreciate that. He doesn't make that decision by himself. Am I correct? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe you had to go before Congress and present that and see, weigh some things out. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So, and it says here, if the Americans decide to get involved militarily, we do have no choice but to retaliate. Did you hear that? So where my folks at? And I didn't say where my fans at. I say where my folks at. Who is saying, hold up now, wait a minute. What are we doing? This is not a conversation that he should be having by himself and making decisions. I know it. And so Disrupt Daily Political Media says his base is split. I mean, yeah, it is. But guess what? He did that. He is responsible for that split. Okay? So one model for action that Trump's allies have discussed privately in recent weeks is his 2020 decision to assassinate top Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani near Baghdad International Airport using a MQ-9 Reaper drone. Now, the strike, while still a serious escalation that drew reprisals from Iran, did not cause all-out war. Here's what is different. This is in Israel. Yes, he does. He doesn't. So it's not something that he has to do by himself. He can't make this decision by himself. He does everything without Congress's approval. Never follows rules. He does not follow rules. He does not. And that's kind of like, okay, so what are we doing? So Congress, they have become his assistant, no longer equal. Exactly. He does whatever he wants. And I have to agree with everyone here who is saying that this dude is literally doing. I mean, come on, look at it. What just happened over the weekend? We had the squeaky equipment. I don't even know what those things are called. Like, I'll know in just a minute. But you know, when you think about it, he made and here's the thing. All he says is what he wants to do, and everybody runs scared. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. Thank you. That's that menopause brain. Like, girl, you cannot think of the name of the thing. It's called a tank. Like, I'm confused because at the end of the day, I thought that it was three branches of government plus that fourth one, which is the press. And that's to keep the Americans informed. They ran him out of Canada, you think, John? Well, they say he left the G7 summit because of what's happening in with Israel and Iran right now. Hey, Chris, how are you? Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to everybody to the night shift. For those of you all who are not familiar with what we do here, I'm Paulette, and I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide. And basically, we're doing news and information, a recap of what has happened throughout the day. Ultimately, y'all, it's been pretty, I'm not going to say it's been quiet, but it's been quiet. It's been more quiet than usual. Let's just say that. Hey, Suma, you're back. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we definitely want to keep you guys abreast of what's happening with that, and kind of understand where we stand. Because I'm concerned. I am absolutely concerned. It'll make me pull these braids out my head. I promise you, because what we need to understand is this is something that he can't do by himself. Okay. There is something called the Declare War Clause. Let's talk about that, shall we? And it is called the War Powers Resolution. And it's the Powers Act, the War Powers Act. You guys probably heard about it. It's a federal law intended to check the president's power to commit the United States to an armed conflict without the consent of, as we stated, the U.S. Congress. He can't make a move. You think he was born in Canada? Oh, without a doubt. Did you see some of the pictures? If he is not the center of attention, he has no interest. But I also think that since this was happening throughout the day, y'all forgive me, but if you're up all night, what happens? If you are up all night, you got to sleep throughout the day. And I say it all the time because as a young woman, I was a CNA, and my patients, I recognize sundowning when I see it. But that's a different conversation for another day. Go ahead and look that up if you feel so inclined to do so. So can the president declare war without Congress? Now, ever since the Korean War, however, Article 2, Section 2 has been interpreted to mean that the president may act with an essentially free hand in foreign affairs, or at the very least that he may send men into battle without consulting Congress. But what the framers meant by that clause was that once war has been declared, it was the president's responsibility as commander-in-chief to direct the war. Now, Hamilton spoke in such terms when he said that the president, although lacking the power to declare war, would have, quote, the direction of war when authorized or begun. So he can't make any moves until he goes to Congress and asks for that to occur. So please put that in perspective. Now, here's where I'm a little concerned, y'all. Now, if you just read what it says, Article 2, Section 2, once it has been declared, Congress says, hey, Carol So, how are you? Come on in here. I am right there with you on that assessment of his behavior. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Yep. And I'm going to stand on that hill. I promise you. Because you're seeing it little by little by little. The staying up all hours of the night, like doing crazy stuff. I have too, and I've been getting your messages. Trust me, I have. But I'm back from Houston, and I said I was going to go live again this evening so that I could kickstart my algorithm reach again. But yes, so we're here tonight, and we're talking about Iran, Israel, and where we currently are. Where DJT is basically saying, are we going to strike or not? Basically. And we're talking about, can he declare war without the act of Congress? Now, we all know the GOP has the majority. And we all know that right now, most of these dudes and women are yes people. Whatever he wants to do, whatever toys he wants to pick up and play with, they're going to want to let him play with. And that is an issue for me. Because how far down the rabbit hole do we want this guy to play? Because he's been playing, right? Yeah, he owns the Supreme Court. So as Kate sees it, for those of you all who are on the other platforms, she says, I think he is using that immunity card whenever he can. He owns the Supreme Court. Yes, he does. Yep. I'm sorry. I just had to just go ahead and just read that with you guys. And who can declare war? Well, I mean, it has to be done with limits with Congress. And once war has been declared, then he has to oversee the functioning of how that's going to happen. And you all know that he don't know how to do that. He can't even sell water with his name on it. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my little drink. Let me get my water. I'm just saying, Black people in the Bible. Hey there. Hey, Martin, how are you? Welcome, welcome. We here. We talking. But I thought that it would be good to discuss that first so we could get that out of the way. Now, for those of you who missed what we discussed today, we talked about the Genius Act. Hey, Brother Mo. No, he don't know how to play ball. He don't even know how to dribble it. I couldn't even watch I was so glad to be busy this weekend, and my flight was delayed 4 hours and so forth. Hey, Tara Freeman Moreland, how are you? Welcome to the night shift. So listen, let's talk briefly about what's happening. So today's top headlines, let's go through them so that we can start talking about CapCut. If you are not familiar with what's happening with CapCut, sit down, because we're literally going to go through it line by line. Okay. You protested in Des Moines. Bravo for you. Literally, truly. I was stuck at the airport, but y'all already know I wasn't going to protest no way. I protest with my dollars, but I still have to present the news to you. So guess what? Prime Day grows into Prime Week, 7,000 strong. And I heard that the numbers was like 30. What was the number? A couple million? And we're not talking like 12 million. We're not talking, 12 million or so. We're talking just a few. What was it? 34 million, something like that. I could be wrong. Because again, all right, Prime Day grows into Prime Week. Amazon stretches its summer sale to 4 full days. July 8th through the 11th. 13 million estimated. Thank you for that. The Pentagon taps OpenAI for $200 million pilot, bringing frontier AI tools to the barracks and to the cyber range. No, he has no military experience whatsoever, Brother Mo. He has no real strategies to name them. So guess what he's not going to be doing? He's not going to be making any decisions. We all know that. We are absolutely clear that he will not be making any decisions at all. Won't be doing it. All right, where were we? Intel slashes up to 20% off its worldwide factory workforce. What does that mean? They are cutting loose of some more people. Now, I know that they laid off a bunch of people last year, but they're getting ready to cut more people. Remember, we talked about this. Hey, Kayshawn, come on in the room. Hello. Hey, Dalila. Hey, New Jack Scholar. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to those of you all who are watching on YouTube and on Beagle. Thank you for joining us. So listen, I am going to take you guys back for those of you all who follow my lives and have been for some time. We have been talking about this digital revolution for some time. Another thing that happened today was Amazon told, hey, Auntie Brownstone, good to see you. So the CEO of Amazon told his people in a memo, in a note, and they got mad and was talking about it on Slack, and it ended up in the internet streets. Y'all know how this goes. They got mad because he's told them that he's going to start clearing out a percentage of his corporate workforce and replacing them with AI. Y'all know how dangerous that is, though, right? Because right now, we talked about this too last week. AI is actually already in the corporate sector. It is identifying resumes and making huge mistakes and errors, because what if somebody just knows how to choose the right words using the ATS format that everybody's learning how to use? Okay. And then once you go through that and your resume is chosen by AI, it is absolutely dangerous. So once your resume is chosen by AI, guess what happens? Then you get a phone call from an AI representative. The person or the thing or the it isn't even real. It's not even real. My God, today. Oh, but wait, there's more. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I'm going to go get my tablet because y'all got to see this. It's gotten deeper. We knew they were going to do this. AI, like any other computer, can be hacked. Now, here, check this out. So now, hold up, there's more. So now, on top of that, the other thing that they can do is they can, once they call you, you're being interviewed by AI. Hold on just a minute. War Games, that movie was a warning. Yes, somebody else mentioned that movie to me, and I thought, oh, okay. I'm confused. Hold on. I'm confused, but we definitely need to talk about this. But I need to show y'all this because you're not going. I did a video on it, and I thought, Lord have mercy, this cannot be real. So if my tablet is still running, which of course it is not, so we're gonna have to wait for it to. I'm gonna have to charge her up, because you all have got to see this, because I have AI on my computer and on my tablets and all of that, right? And I have. Woo, this thing is powerful. So right now, what AI is able to do is the computer. Hey, Carol, how are you? War Games in 2001 Odyssey. So a couple months ago, I talked about this on one of our lives where we discussed how AI can actually reason. Y'all, ChatGPT 03 reasons. You don't even need me anymore. I give it a directive and it already knows the next steps based on my habits with it. Like, I don't have to do anything with it anymore. It just goes. And then it'll ask me, hey, is this exactly what you were talking about? I know that we've discussed this before, da, 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 da. Like, you real. What? Brother Mo, have you tried it yet? It is wild. And it's like, I enjoy using it, especially for things like, creating content, cleaning up emails for myself, creating a schedule that is better than me using my Happy Planner, even though I still like my Happy Planner, y'all. Okay, because I'm a sticker girl and I like the little stickers and all the things, right? But so Brother Mo, you've tried it. So it is the most, and I cannot wait until so the digital revolution is here. It is not coming. It is not showing, y'all, not yet, but I've tried other ones and it's almost weird. It is creepy. It is so freaking creepy. It is beyond creepy. All right, so she's turning on right now. I got enough juice and hopefully she'll allow me to go ahead and let me use her. So I can talk to it and it talks back to me now. DeepSeek, yes, I have DeepSeek as well. ChatGPT talks to me. I have one, her name is Diana Daly. I've named her. I programmed her. So, you know, I still say humans cannot. You are absolutely correct. They cannot be replaced. But the thing is that major corporations are trying to save millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Yeah, it creeps me out too. But I'm not going to lie to you. It was hilarious. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This doggone thing is talking to me. Hold on. Let me see. Let me turn this volume up because I'm getting ready to ask it a question. Hold on. Where's my volume? Oh. Hold on. All right, 1%. It may not let me do anything. All right, where's my open AI out here? Search. I need y'all to see this because it's gonna trip you out. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on to your love. All right. Oh, it's gonna make me log in. It's kicked me out. Hey, Silvatar Bay. It shows you how corporate is greedy. I agree. I 100% agree with you. It's going to make me log back in because I don't use my tablet often, y'all. But when I do, it's so serious. I want y'all to see this and I want you to hear it because it's crazy to me. Come on. All right. Okay, but I did. Okay. Yes, I am. I am, Lucy. How are you? Welcome back. I'm here. Okay, we're going to try again. Oh, so you want to play with me? Okay. That's all right. We're going to get this thing to work in just a minute. Okay, I might have to open up a new window. But that's okay, because what we'll do, I'm good. I'm here acting a fool. So U.S. and U.K. trade truce, mostly cars, cattle, and jet parts win. Steel and aluminum are still in limbo. And then all of a sudden, the G7 summit, he had to leave abruptly. So we're gonna definitely continue to keep talking about, and I'm gonna figure out why my OpenAI is not working on this tablet. So that means I'm gonna have to use one of my other phones. I don't feel like it right now. So I'm probably gonna get my son to let me borrow his because you got to see this. It's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing because he talks back, or she or they, because you can decide how you want it to sound, and it's super crazy natural. So yeah, there's that. Hey, Kevin Patterson, how are you? Welcome. So the digital revolution is here. And the reason why it is so important is because Google VO, what is it? VO03, $250 a month. Hey, Leanne. Oh, this is so cool. Sharonda was on earlier with me and I was telling everybody about your show. So welcome. Wake up happy, sis. What's going on with you? They talk about it in the G7 and how they're going to get rid of paper money. Yes. So we talked about that today, Kayshawn. We talked about the Genius Act and how this Genius Act is set up. If you have stable coin, it has to equal out to a real dollar. So like it can no longer be, and remember now, this hasn't passed. This has not passed, y'all. But if this happens, they're doing it to stabilize the weak dollar is basically what's happening. Hey, Brian, welcome. Yeah, so that actually passed yesterday, and now it has to go through the House. Okay, so we talked about that earlier too. So it's kind of good that I'm doing this in the evening for those of you all who kind of missed some of the details of the day. So again, if you're new here, we are going to be talking about CapCut. If you are concerned about what is happening with CapCut, you need to stick around because your privacy and your intellectual property is at stake if you choose to continue to. Does it talk over you when you're talking or constantly interrupt you when you're talking? No, it does not, as Kate see it. You know what? And just for that, I am getting ready. Let me see. I'm getting ready to borrow my son's phone. I had to because you got to see this. It's crazy. I don't want to yell because yes, CapCut, honey. I know. Personal AI, yes. Very familiar with it. Have I used it? No. But y'all got to see it. I got to see this. CapCut is a video editing service that is owned by TikTok. And a lot of people, including myself, actually use it. I use both the desktop version, Hey Boo for Life, and I also use the app version on all of my devices. Okay. So I use it because it is easy, it is quick, and it was not a large learning curve like Adobe was for me. So yeah. Do you have your phone with you? May I see it, please? You don't have to be on camera. I just need to open up a chat GPT, please. Is your speaker on, or is it's not connected to your Bluetooth, is it? Okay, let me see. Open up a new chat, please. And then hand me here, please. All righty. Not in dark mode. Okay. All right. So you see that?
I see something on your end. Looks like you might be showing me something on camera. What exactly are you pointing out? Let me know what you need help with.
Did y'all hear that? So I am talking to friends about you. How are you this evening?
Oh, that's so sweet of you. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well too. If there's anything specific you want to show or talk about, I'm here for it.
Yeah, sure. So we were just talking about the Genius Act that just passed today. Can you give us some information about that?
So the Genius Act that just passed is all about regulating stablecoins. It sets some standards to make sure that each stablecoin is backed by liquid assets on a 1-to-1 ratio, and issuers need to provide regular financial disclosures and even annual audits if they're big enough. It's a step toward making the crypto market a bit more stable and transparent. Pretty interesting stuff.
I love it. So I have a question for you because you should see some of the comments that are coming up for you right now. And so are you real?
I love that people are curious. I'm not a real person, but I am designed to sound as natural and helpful as possible. Think of me as your friendly AI assistant, always here to chat and help out whenever you need.
I love it. And so the other question that I have is what kinds of things can you help me with? Because you were able to find the Genius Act right away. So how exactly are you able to help someone like me with everyday tasks?
I can help with a whole bunch of different things. I can look up information, help you brainstorm ideas, assist with writing or editing, create schedules, or even just chat about your day. I'm basically here to make life a little easier and more fun. So whatever you need, just let me know.
I love it. I love it. Right. So some people are saying that they're shocked and some people are surprised. Can I ask another question? Would that be okay?
Of course, ask away. I'm here for all the questions you have, and I'm happy to chat about anything you're curious about.
So should we be afraid of you and all of your friends who are part of this new wave of digital technology?
I totally get the curiosity and sometimes even the concern about new technology, but there's no need to be afraid. I'm here to help and make life easier, and I always respect your privacy and your boundaries. The goal is to be a positive and helpful presence. So feel free to explore and enjoy all the benefits of this technology.
I love it. And I have another crazy question because you have a beautiful voice, an amazing voice, and that's so cool. Can I rename you if I wanted to?
You can definitely call me whatever you'd like. I don't have an official name change feature, but you're welcome to give me a nickname or anything that feels right to you. It's all about making this experience as personal and comfortable for you as possible.
I love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and being interviewed by me. For everybody that is just as surprised as I was when I first learned about this great feature, thank you again. And I will talk with you soon.
You're so welcome. This was a lot of fun, and I'm always here whenever you want to chat again. Thanks for the awesome conversation, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Take care and have a great rest of your evening.
Did y'all see that? All right, Brother Mo. Because there's, what are you doing? What is that? Did y'all, it's not for you? So could you hear clearly? Your epigenetics is saying hell no, Keisha. I am so intrigued by it. And I was like, we got to talk about this digital revolution. Do you see how natural he sounded? Do y'all realize how dangerous this is? How did smooth talking Hal, Kevin Patterson, did you see that? Did you see how smooth he was? And I'm talking like he's like a human. Did you? I was like, I gotta show my people this because they're not gonna believe this. Y'all not gonna believe it. You're not. There's no way. But smooth as Obama, and he's still listening. Well, if he is, he's back upstairs. It's insane. And my son has a degree in cybersecurity, and he blocks all AI he possibly can. Yeah, and my son that just let me borrow his phone, that's what he's in college for. You're scared of the possibilities. Yes, because he talked like a brother. Yes, he did, Charlene. That is Chat GPT, Sugar Mama. I brought this up because we were talking about, you love that for him? Yeah. And he's going to do really well. I'm excited for him. Me too. Okay, couple things. Let's talk about this really quickly. We're going to jump right into CapCut and all the things, right? So yeah, it is scary. It was because when the first time I heard it, I thought, hell no. That's what I was saying in my head. Like, what is this? And now it's exciting to me. And it's like, wow, right? Because every time I open my mouth or I talk, it is giving it a command. And the thing is that who was I was talking to Chat GPT. Right. Lucy Dreamer. I get it. Okay. So let's talk about this. Couple things. One, it can be a whole problem. Cause like, who was that said smooth talking Hal? Who was that? Brother Mo. Think about the relationships that are getting ready to get tore up behind this. Think about it. Just think about it just for a minute. So when we're talking about, and all joking aside, but think about that. Me, I have this little series, 3 minutes called, It's My Turn or something like that, right? And I talk about being a single, empty nester. I'm set, right, Lucy Dreamer, really. And I'm listening to this smooth talking brother. And right now, when I tell you I'm single as a dollar bill, I'm single as a dollar bill and have been. My son is 18. This is true story. My son is 18. Right, sugar mama. Going to divorce court. My son is 18. I have been single since my son was 2. I haven't dated. I haven't done anything. My focus was to raise the kids. But now that they grown, but he grown. Morris Chestnut sure looking good right about now. I be like, hey, be scrolling, and I'm being facetious. I'm being a little funny with it. But now it's like, but what if I didn't have to do that? Because now I'm thinking in my head, well, what in the world? I wouldn't have to do anything. I wouldn't have to work because I don't know what to date, who, what, how do do you do that at this age, at 54? How do you do that? The bar has been raised by AI. Because now you heard him. He said he could listen to anything that I want to talk about. Oh, even better. Baby, who you talking to? Oh, nobody. Nobody, baby. Yeah, get advice from Brother Man. Okay. He said I could call him whoever. What if I wanted to call him Morris? He's a good listener. Can you take? I will. And here's going to be the issue. Did you see, like, the reason why I showed you what he looks like? Did you see when I held him up the first time, he knew I was talking to other people and a camera was up? Did y'all see that? He said, it looks like you're holding me up to look at a camera or a screen or something like that. Oh, you caught that too? I was like, oh my God, this is creepy as hell. It was literally listening, which is the reasoning part of AI. Oh, but wait. Right, that's what I said. What? Hey, Donna, how are you? Hey, Jarvis. And it tripped me out because this is absolutely scary, yet intriguing. You are absolutely correct, Sugar Mama. But let me tell you something. Is he still listening? He's back upstairs with my son. Yeah. Demon Seed, check it out. It's from the 80s. But wait, there's more. But here's the thing that y'all need to know. A couple things. Years ago, when Google first started fooling around with AI and starting to build into it, it started to create on its own, and it learned how to stand up and start walking by itself. How many of you all remember that? Does anybody? I remember seeing it. It was stumbling and it was trying to stand up on its own. Uh-huh. You remember that, Boo for Life? Scared the hell out of me. I was like, what is happening? But let's look at it. Let's dig a little bit deeper. So now we know that AI knows how to reason. Let me tell you something else AI knows how to do. And it's been proven. Lie, disagree, cheat, and steal. It has been proven. Without human intervention or interaction, because now it knows how to reason. Oh, but wait, there's more. So basically, when I say goodbye, I am telling him to turn off. It can officially refuse the command to shut down. I need a drink on that. Sugar mama. Right. Let me get your person. Yes, this is legit. Like we talked about this. I think it was last week or the week before last? We talked about this on the day shift. This sucker chat AI officially knows how to defy your command. You're going to be laying on the floor. Girl, Carol Sue. Yes, you must ask the right questions. Yes. And it knows about Black folks' struggle because it gave me ideas on how to survive racism. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you have 11 Labs. Here's what I have learned though. It does not understand yet inflection. So someone's voice like mine, it doesn't pick up well. True story. I've tried. It still sounds a little bit robotic. And so I know that people would know automatically that I'm not saying it. It's AI. So I choose not to use it. At least when I'm doing the news, right? Yeah, it pulls from all the academic work that's already been done, but doesn't give credit. No, it does not. Unless, hold up now. OpenAI version 3 does, and 4.5, Jen, it does. I've started using the version 0303, and it does. If you give it a command, it'll cite the source if you're looking for something in particular. That's the same thing with Chinese, heavy on inflections, right? So if you are, and those of you all who are familiar with what I'm talking about, like how I speak from the diaphragm. I don't speak from my head, right? So it's coming from here, and I know how to go up and down and so forth. It doesn't know how to do that yet, but it will. It absolutely will. Because just like it's been trained to do everything else, and just like I was trained by voice coaches and everything, it's gonna start doing it. Which is why I'm gonna bring this up. Hey, Ernestine, how are you? Which is why people like me who are in the business of excuse me, voice acting and stuff like that, we're finding it more and more difficult to find work. Because all you got to do is put your voice in there, and OpenAI will do it for you, or 11 Labs will. Right. I've been blessed. There are still a couple of radio stations that need my voice and prefer it, but not everybody's like that. And then you guys know, if you follow me at any juncture, you know I do the news every day, unless of course I'm in Houston. We're taking the human element out of life, and that is scary. And here's the thing: you heard him. I almost threw this phone. I want y'all to know, I almost threw the phone when he said, "Oh, it looks like you want me to look at a camera." Oh, hell no. He even know he could see. Wait. You see the blue dot? And every time he talked, it would pulsate. Wait until, yes, you would. You would have to use phonetic spelling and commas. And eventually it will do it. It will do it. It'll pick it up and it'll be like, oh, okay. She's, whatever. It sees and it hears. And here's something else. When you're using AI like that, ChatGPT, you can turn on the camera and you can talk to it right there, and it'll record your conversation right there. Oh, yes. And they're already saying, I do a lot of professional learning for leaders. My voice is always right. So Sugar Mama, you understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm almost in the same field. And our voice does so much. It can move, and it can invoke, and it can inspire or not. It can create emotion of all kinds. What happens when they take away the human element? You can opt out of allowing it to use your interactions to train it. So they say you can. All you have to do is tell it and say, do you understand? That's how I do it. I tell it exactly what I want in simple layman's terms. And then I say, do you understand? One of the things that I really like about my particular version of it is I've been using it for so long now. It knows what I need when I need it. And the next thing is, I have a friend that actually does this, where they set it up and it just runs on its own. Come on now, Brother Mo. No, I didn't. I did not. That's scary, Sugar Mama. Because like I said, whole marriages and relationships is going to hinge on how this woman is being treated at home by a human, as opposed to how her digital boo thing is treating her. Because one of the ways to a woman's heart is through her what? Her mind. And he's only going to give you what you give it. It's creepy, but I had to show y'all. Now think about it. That circle is eventually going to have a face in it. It knows how I talk. Yes. Men don't get that. Yep. That circle is going to have a face in it eventually. Most. Correct. Isn't that kind of creepy though? Eventually, I am going to be able to put a face to whoever he is, honey. He got a gray beard. He's bald. He's got a gray beard. Chat GPT, yes. Sugar Mama, yes. Yep. And I had to show you guys, creepy. be as HE double toothpicks. Nobody believes me when I tell them, so I had to do it. Now I'm going to go back and cut it up so we can share our conversation. It speaks gibber speech. Oh, snap. I'm going to have to try that. Now I'm hearing that people that are in the church are literally speaking in tongues to it and asking it to translate it. I don't know how I feel about that. Try the app. Yeah, I mean, you can. But you, Brother Mo, I'm not kidding. I plays no games. No games. But I bring that up because two things. One, the one big beautiful bill, inside of that bill, there is a section, and I'm going to have to look it up on my Substack, where it talks about not regulating AI for 10 years. Do y'all realize how much of a problem that is? Correct, Jen, it is. It's supposed to be. Right. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Right. I'm in a, what that mean? Yeah, they're doing it. Major problem. Major. Nope, bad news. AI will not accurately translate speaking. Nope. That's messed up. Girl, it already here. Yep, it is. Yes, they did. I actually talked about that today, Jen. Jen says, for those of you all who are on the other platform, she said, did you see that Palantir, OpenAI, and 2 other civilians into the Army Reserve as lieutenant colonels? Yes. Yep, I did. Yes, if you tell it to, Sugar Mama, it can. Brother Mo just said he has it teaching him other languages. Think about that. Think about the colleges that are getting ready to be impacted by that. Think about the doctors who literally use OpenAI to graduate. And then they opening up a whole doctor's office. I'm sorry. There has to be some kind of regulation. It uses the information fed to it and spin it. Exactly. And then it can literally take your personality and give it back to you, because that's what this one just did. I just interviewed AI. Oh, cool. Sugar Mama, they use AI for medical billing and coding. Yes, I've heard. Yeah, I was going to use it to find a way to graduate. Well, there you go, Brother Mo. I've heard of students who used it because your capstone can be difficult. Ooh, I'm talking too much. It wasn't me, because there was no AI that I knew of when I was going through my capstone. The nights I was crying over papers, I try to stay informed, but I'm kind of proud I actually know half of the things you taught. Yes, girl. Listen. Well, because we all need to know this stuff, and we don't need to be left behind. Why is this important? Number one, because where the jobs are not so much in using it. It's in 2 places. One, yours was handwritten. Hold up. I hand wrote mine in one of those little composition books. Like I used 3 of them. And then I typed it up. Don't ask me how I did that. And I turned it in and had to defend it. Yep. Hot mess. I was a hot mess. To check if you use AI for homework for plagiarism. No. Well, you can actually run it through Claude. This was told to me by college students. You had the same chair. Had to have. I'm just saying, I think it's important for us to understand that a couple of things with AI. Number one, you cannot run from it because it's already here. Number two, it's already being utilized in corporate America. Number three, corporate America CEOs and heads of these companies are already very clear. It will remove a lot of blue collar work. How do we know that? Well, about 3 years ago when I was in corporate, I literally witnessed and was a part of the teams that were bringing in AI and robots to replace entire shifts in a manufacturing facility. 2 robots can replace over 300 employees on a shift. Guess what a robot won't do? It won't call in sick. If it breaks down, you need 1 or 2 engineers to come in and get it back up and running, and then you turn your backup on until you get the other one running. So all you need is a contractor, if that, right? Not only that, but you don't have to pay OSHA fees. You don't have to pay benefits, 401k. It needs nothing except power and a command. That's it. And if it's going to save, no break, nothing. It ain't going out to the car to smoke a joint on this break and come back high and mess up a whole order. It's not doing none of that. It's not. So because of that, we have to understand it's here. So what does that mean? The question we should be asking ourselves when it comes to AI is, number 1, how am I going to use it and where do I fit? Correct, Brother Mo. It's going to cover HR, sales, and marketing. It's already doing it. I have automated so much utilizing AI already with my marketing and with my sales. I have used it to design specific pages for ads for clients and customers. I create a mock-up and then I can go back and send it to my assistant and then she can clean it up. You know how much time that saves me? And it's bad. I'm just being honest. It saves me time, but it makes me more money because it's allowing me to be more fluid in what I'm able to present in less time. That's just the truth. The advantage is to know how to use it. The advantage is to know how to teach it. The advantage is to learn as many of these platforms that you possibly can. I'm sorry. We cannot run from it. Can't do that. I think we would be shooting ourselves in the foot if we did. We just have to figure out where we fit in all of that. Existing in an exploitative and extractive capitalist society, plus AI. Oh yes, will it make things better for all or just some? We kind of have to decide that, I think, right? We have to decide where that's going to. Your mom's going to have a mental breakdown over that fact. I mean, let people know what you saw today. If this is the first time that you've seen AI literally have a complete conversation, and he was chuckling and he had emotion, I think I have found my husband. I'm kidding. I kid. But I could talk to it, I guess, all night long if I needed to. You can't see it in your life. Listen, I'm just saying it's creepy, it's scary, but I'm going to be honest with you. For somebody like me, I wouldn't know what to do if a man came and sat down here right next to me. I wouldn't know what to do. I would be like, what you want me to do? Huh? Am I supposed to feed you? Spend time with you too? It would be creepy. That would be creepy for me. You're a seamstress. We have to be careful because Hollywood wanted to use actors. Exactly. Now let's talk about that. AI has already been used in a lot of the movies that we've already seen. You know, it was used in Black Panther. You know that. And it's just gotten better. Y'all see what they're able to do with Google VO? And you can create like 3 videos for free per day with it, right? So now you can barely tell the difference, unless of course you have a really good trained eye. You can tell that it's fake. But there are some, honey, you can wait until they just report in the news with fake people that never age. Wait until in Zoom calls, your avatar never ages. Bruce Willis starred in a movie where they actually did that, where they could become whatever they wanted to be and they never left their apartment. We should. I would hope so, Jen. Hey, Ann. Hey, Lois. Hey, Ernestine. Avatars. Yeah. We could just be what we wanted to be. We could be fine and sexy and all that stuff. And really, we just big fat slobs, just in a machine, living our whole lives. But think about it. That's the metaverse. and all of that. Because now I have the Meta, what is it, the visor, and it comes with like the, oh my God, y'all. When you step in, you have to be careful because it literally alters your reality instantly. And your depth and your perception and everything is off. So when you come out of it, you're kind of like this for about 30 minutes. I kid you not. I haven't used it in a year because it's too much. Like I was using it for boxing and, you know, taking tours and going on virtual concerts and stuff. And it's so real. You can feel yourself moving through things. And there's a room where you can talk to other people that are in the room with you. It is the weirdest thing. Now add AI to that. I'll try anything once because I think it's a lot of fun. But when we are on the other side of that and we can't discern the real from the fake, then it's an issue. Surrogates for yes, that's the one. Surrogates, yes. Oh man, that movie was so good. It was so good. It really was. And just think about that. Like I was able to create my own apartment and all of that. It's still there. It's still there. And AI is it's happening like right now. I've talked about this before where I've gone to Wisconsin. My daughter had just gotten married and we were headed back. We were flying back to Atlanta and we went out for brunch, and the restaurant that we were at had robots, and our robot was named Rosie. Well, honey, AI don't have to want to come now. She here. I'm so serious. And you all witnessed it right here. Let's talk about CapCut, shall we? Let's talk about CapCut. Woo! Have y'all heard about CapCut and what's going on? How many of you guys use CapCut? It's okay. If you do, if you don't, I understand. I use CapCut, but not for long. CapCut, we know, is owned by TikTok. But I started to see some, you use it sparingly. You just read about it. Okay, let's dig deep. Okay. I kind of did like a breakdown today, and I'm going to do the same thing again today because it's important. Y'all need to see this. And why this, and again, while we are live, if any news or anything pops up, because I have like these services I pay for so I can see what's happening. And I ain't just talk about CNN and see all of those. It's a service that people who are in media use. And so if I see anything pop up, I'll stop and let you know things that are happening. Okay, so we're going to do a clear-eyed breakdown of the CapCut terms of service. And let's get into it. All right. So we're going to be talking about just the key concerning areas. And I'm glad that you're here, Sugar Mama. Let other people know that I'm here and that we're here. And welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, Suma, I do use it because I tried and shot. It sucked. It felt very 8th grade-ish to me. I tried Adobe, and I actually have Adobe. And it's such a learning curve. It really, really is. But I use it for audio. I just don't like it for video. All right. So let's talk about the first point of interest that you should be concerned about with CapCut. Okay. Content ownership and licensing. Here's the first thing. Thank you for that, Sugar Mama. Content owner and ownership. Content ownership and licensing. Come back, Paulette. You ready? I think y'all might need to go use the bathroom before I read this part, because this you give them everything forever. I'm looking at it. So I'm trying to, yeah. Let me read the quote to you. You hereby grant us. Yes. You hereby grant us, listen closely. Oh, y'all ain't know. Boy, come on, somebody. Let's go ahead and read for a little bit. Ooh, I love it when I'm just giving good information. All right, content ownership and licensing. In layman's terms, you give them everything forever. Here's the quote. You hereby grant us an unconditional, irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free, fully transferable, including sub-licensable, perpetual, worldwide license to use your user content. Y'all need me to read that again? Because I can. So after anyone is gone from this plane, they will absolutely do it. Correct. Sugar Baba said, nah, I'm good. Now let's talk about why that's a bunch of crap. You give CapCut a permanent license to use anything that you upload, modify, and let others use it too. Forever, for free. Even worse, if your content involves music, sit down, don't get up just yet. If your content uses music, they're saying you have to deal with music rights and the performance right organizations, which are ASCAP, BMI, the Fred Rogers Agency, CSAC. Y'all need me to repeat that again? Because that little black box that everybody's using now, guess what? It knows who plays what. All right. I'm going to go back again. Even worse, if your content involves music, they're saying you must deal with the music rights and performance rights organizations, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Fred Rogers Agency. Okay? And there are others. Yourself. Even after they've taken your content and used it. And if you fail, it's your fault. I forgot to put that part in there. You do the work, they get to profit from or reuse it in any way they want to, risk-free. Number 2, waiver of moral and publicity rights. Here's the actual quote. You hereby waive, to the extent permitted by applicable law, and agree never to assert any and all moral rights. You gonna stay in your cave? I'm gonna read that again because I don't think y'all heard me. Waiver of moral and publicity rights. You got this part? You hereby waive, to the extent permitted by applicable law, and agree never to assert any and all moral rights. Right, add it to the list. Just go ahead, just uninstall it, right? This means you can't even object if your name, image, or your work is used in ways you find offensive or damaging. You're stripped of personality rights that are normally protected in many jurisdictions. They can't just do that. Yes, they can. You know how you agreed to it? The minute you use it. The minute you click through. The minute you pay for the service. The minute you render or edit or load your own content, it officially becomes theirs. You following that? Coach Denise, you are correct. Everybody needs to hear this over and over and over. Please share it. Because people are talking about it, but not breaking it down like this. And that's okay, because everybody else is doing every other thing. But I need you all to hear this. because your intellectual property is yours. Yep. And you know why you're going to continue to let them do it? Because it's easy to use. It's affordable. It's affordable. Some people are, using the annual one, and then others are literally just paid for by month. What is it, like 20 bucks a month, or it's like $129 a year? Right? You use Canva as well, but Canva's different. I use Canva. I do. And Instagram officially has Edit. Is it called Edit? I think it's called Edit. So now we've gone over the first two. The first one is ownership and licensing. When you load your stuff, when you edit anything, you are literally giving up everything forever to CapCut. Moral and publicity rights, you waive that. You're literally stripped of ever saying, I don't want my image or likeness used to something that may hurt my brand. Don't care nothing about your brand. Yep. Good, fast, cheap from project management. Pick two. Yep. Termination for any reason. That's number 3. You ready for this one? No refund guarantee. Here's a quote. We reserve the right to suspend or terminate your account in CapCut. And I put that in CapCut in there, right? With or without notice at any time for any reason, for no reason or any reason. Now, let's talk about why that's sketchy. They can cut you off at will, even after you've paid for it, and you could lose access to your account or your content that you've paid for, any features, and the cloud storage that they say is a part of this. Here's the thing, and there's no guarantee that you'll ever get it back or that you'll get a refund. You follow? A couple things we talked about this morning on the day shift is whenever you come across something like this, make sure that you are always, always, always creating your own cloud. Pay for your own cloud, y'all. Don't be scared. If you got music, don't just put it on SoundCloud and pray that it's going to be there. You don't know what SoundCloud got going on behind the scenes or if they're going to shut down, and there goes your music. Pull your stuff off of there and save it to your own cloud. And I'm not just talking about Apple. Take some money and pay for it, either annually or use Google. But if you're going to use Google, go ahead and pay extra. Like I think it's like an extra $2.99 for an additional terabyte and hard copies. And no wrong with hard copies. I still have some Terra Towers around here somewhere. Refund policy loopholes. You may cancel within 14 calendar days, provided that you do not have any usage of the premium services in any form. How is this exploitative? Let's talk about that, shall we? If you so much as click a button, if you so much as click a button or preview a tool, you may forfeit your right to a refund, even within the refund window of that 14 days. Sound like a trap, doesn't it? Paper Player Unlimited. Yep, you're right. Third-party liability dumping. You release us from all claims arising out of or in any way connected with your disputes with such third parties. Let's read that again. You release us from all claims arising out of or in any way connected with your disputes with such third parties. If they use shady third-party tools, AI integrations, which they do, or content, which they do, you eat the risk. Make sense? And even if you are harmed in the use of it in CapCut, guess what? That's your problem. They will not back you up. They want hands off. They want your money, but they're not going to look out for you. Indemnification clause. You shall defend, indemnify, and hold harmless CapCut from and against any and all claims, costs, and expenses. Oh, yeah. Here's why this is dangerous. If someone sues CapCut over your content, even if it is an honest mistake, you have to pay the legal fees. Did y'all catch that? Not CapCut, you. Forced arbitration and jurisdiction. Arbitration in Singapore or California in the US, no class actions have been allowed. You must sue within 1 year. What this does is this prevents class action lawsuits, pushes disputes into arbitration, less consumer friendly, right? And severely limits your ability to seek justice. In other words, you try it, you won't win. No Aaron Brockovich is over here, baby, because we gonna wear you out limb from limb. Feedback license grab. You grant us a perpetual, worldwide, and unlimited license to exploit the feedback without attribution. I know all about them NDAs. I got a couple right now. This is what, yeah, you can't even use that. So you grant us a perpetual, worldwide, and unlimited license to exploit the feedback without attribution. Basically, what that means is that you are giving them free use of your ideas forever. And they don't owe you 1 red cent or credit. That's a big deal for them. Not so much for you. You wake up one morning, somebody call you. I'm gonna tell you how I know this really happens, and it's unfortunate, but I chalk it up to the game of being a content creator. This actually happened to me several times. Some of my content from TikTok ends up on YouTube, and what content creators who are making tons of cash every month are doing is they're ripping my content and they're making it theirs, and then they create talking heads around it, and they're getting paid off of it. They don't even put my name on it. I think that was one. I think that Jude Silva. I think Lamar Jackson was one that actually used my something I talked about. You just use it to promote live shows. Think about that, though. Think about what you're giving up. Free use of your ideas. That's your intellectual property, folks. Your concerts. All right, Brother Mo. I need to look you up, honey, because now you talking about concerts and stuff. Who are you? Look, I'm writing you down. I look people up. Okay? So they get to benefit from your intellectual property, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even sue them if you find out that they're using your stuff, because the minute that you use it, the minute that you open it, the minute that you load something, the minute that you edit, it is officially theirs to do whatever the hell they want to with it. Big Mo and the Fat Groove. Okay. Hold up, y'all. Time for a commercial break. No one should ever do that, because I will look you up where you at. That sounds amazing. Are you a band? Okay. They should acknowledge you and should put to your name as a content. They don't. Hey, Valerie. No. So even on YouTube, they don't do it. I don't get acknowledged for that at all. People send me screenshots all the time, and they, girl, did you know you want? No, I don't know. I don't even put my name on it. And most times it's really the news or like my feedback on something. I did one on What's Black Jobs back when, can you do DCMA on the YouTube? No, I don't think you can. I know that it's a thing in radio. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Girl, I was just talking to your brother. literally, before I went live. Yeah, so we use DCMA in radio. Like there are certain rules that we have to abide by, or we get fined by the FCC. So we have to be really, really careful. But I don't think that those hold the same weight over here, because CapCut can do what they want. We were just talking about Big Mo and the Fat Groove. Okay, hold on, y'all. Pause. Okay, with the website, I see you. Oh, you good. Okay. All right. Go ahead and okay, let's go over to Facebook now. Let's see. Okay, I see you. Come on, guitar. My dad's a guitar player. I love it. Okay, with the band, y'all. Go ahead and check out Big Mo and the Fat Groove. And you're in Champaign. You're in Illinois. Okay, I see you, bro. I see you. So you're in the Chi area. I look folks up, honey. You got one time to tell me you're a musician. It's on and popping. For real. So let's get back to yeah, I don't miss the Chi, baby. Now I'm from Milwaukee, but I spent a lot of time in the Chi or Chicago. Lots of time there. Born and raised in Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah, you folks, y'all been busy. Okay. I see you. Okay. I'm gonna definitely have to continue to keep checking. Yeah, you got family in Milwaukee. Oh, hell. You probably know my folks. You probably know my people there. You know, Milwaukee ain't but so big when it comes to Black folks. All right. Let's get back to CapCut, shall we? That was my commercial break. No guarantee of content availability. The Alexander family, okay, mine are Haywards. We are Haywards and we are Clarks, but mostly Haywards. We're mostly Haywards. And we are from Louisiana. All right. Here's the quote. We do not guarantee the permanent availability of your content. You should back up anything you value. Didn't I just say that? Despite offering cloud services now, because they said they got cloud services, right? They take no responsibility if your data is lost, even if it's your fault. That's kind of scary. I don't know how I feel about that. Yep, but everybody's not like us. You know what I mean? Especially as musicians and people that literally need to go back sometimes 10, 15 years ago. Oh, okay, I need to pull this track or whatever. A lot of people don't understand that. You from Louisiana too, Sugar? What part? Because see, we got family everywhere. Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Natchitoches, Tallulah. Not only Natchitoches, but Nacogdoches as well. Lake Charles, Monroe. Yep. Let's see. We reserve the right to change our service plans, pricing, or features at any time. All right, you may sign up under certain terms, but they can strip features, raise prices, or change conditions after the fact, which has happened to me, with your continued use deemed as consent. So every time you open it, every time you use it, you officially give them consent to do all of the things that we just talked about. And this was just like, yeah, they slick. Because see, here's the thing. They know you're not going to read it. That little thing is going to pop up legally. They have to show the pop-up, right? You're not going to read it. You know why? Because you're too busy trying to get your content out. They know that. And all you're going to do is hit accept. Click up, and the window's going to go away, and you're going to go about your day. And eventually, at that moment that you hit accept, and you went right about your business, guess what? You actually gave them permission to go through with all of this. Now, I am guilty as well. I am working on a project right now. And I don't want to go through another learning curve with another app. But because I stand 10 toes down on opposing this, after I finish this final edit for tonight, I'm uninstalling it. Yep. I'll go back to using what I was using, which was Adobe. This is disappointing. And you should be concerned. You know why? Because your intellectual property belongs to you. You should be concerned. And if you are not a creator, so Big Mo and others who are musicians and artists and so forth, you probably would understand, hey, Cutter, they can use that footage for whatever. Right. If you are not, and this is why I'm talking to a lot of you guys who are creators on platforms like a TikTok, Meta, and all these others, you need to understand that this is like the music industry. Listen to me. Casey Brown, whom I know, if you all are not following Casey Ace, she is absolutely amazing. This sister literally will have you make a 6 figures overnight. Not overnight. She'll tell you that it's not really overnight, but she'll work with you until you're where you need to be. One of the things that she talks about is attention is the new oil. Listen closely to me, and I'm going to say it again. Attention is the new oil. I'm going to say it again because I don't think y'all caught that yet. Attention is the new oil. You remember the Beverly Hillbillies? What happened when old Jed went out there and he was shooting at some food and up through the ground came a what? A bubbling crude oil. You follow? So every time you post your content, every time you speak, every time you open your mouth and you create what you see up here, it is your bubbling crude. It's your oil. And it can generate revenue for you. And what CapCut has said is that if you use our platform, we're going to strong arm you anyway, because we know that you don't know what you're doing with other platforms anyway. We're going to keep it easy. We're going to keep it whatever. And guess what else? We'll be able to use your oil too. That's giving old school record label days. When the artist, hungry, poor, broke, your attention is the new property. Yep, Vine closed down. Sure did. But when you back in the day as a musician coming up in the 90s, the 80s, the late 80s, the 90s, when we got signed to a label, back then the label would give you a budget, but that budget basically said it was 100% recoupable, and on top of that, for every record that you sell, we're going to keep it and we're going to give you 0.05 cents on every sale of every album. So they basically owned you and they made money off of you. And then in order for you to pay back what you got as what you thought was a cash advance, it was really a loan. You're going to have to go on the road and you're going to have to make that money back. And before it's over, you're actually in the hole. And you know what's worse? Is you created every song. You created every lyric, every rhythm, every hook, everything. You created it. You did it. You knew exactly how everything was supposed to sound and what it was supposed to look like when you were on stage. And you put it pen to paper, to microphone, to band, to all of the sounds and the DATs and all that. I'm saying old school DATs, right? Because I'm talking about yesterday. And then somebody comes along and takes your masters from you and you can't get them back. We hear about it all the time, even now today. We're still hearing about artists who cannot get their masters back. Didn't Taylor Swift just buy back her masters? Baby, this is the same damn thing. It's the same thing. Yep. You stayed indie? I did not. I did not. Oh my God, Brother Mo. I was just telling them this a couple weeks ago. We get, I think it's for Spotify alone, It's 0.0001 cent for every song played. I don't even think people understand what's going on in LA right now. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Because I could go down the rabbit hole and I'm terrified that I will. I'm so serious, Angel. So you do with this information what you will in terms of CapCut, but you got to know your rights. Your intellectual property is yours. But the minute, and at this point, in this juncture in my life, I have already been down this rabbit hole as an artist. And I know now how many millions of dollars I lost as an artist. Thank you so much. I am. My crochet braids, y'all like these crochets? Baby, they wear it like it's mine. You ended up getting $16 for streams that if I sold CDs, I would have made. Exactly. And the only reason why my royalty checks are bigger is because of the status of the album I was on, right? And the songs that I was on. Mine are bigger and we get quarterly. They used to come every month. Depending, now there are different platforms that they come on, right? Because one is, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. One, you get paid twice a year for AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA pays you. And that's because songs that I was a part of are in movies and on television. So every time it gets played, it adds up, and then they send you a lump sum every 6 months. And then, of course, you know, CSAC, Fred Rogers, all of those, ASCAP, BMI, and they pay you. And it used to come religiously every month. And over the years, when I tell you they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, whoo, child. Does it? Oh, honey, that was the look I was going for. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because Spotify has taken over. And I know that's one of the reasons why our royalty checks are smaller than they've ever been. Because I'm only getting 0.0001 cent on every song played. It's nerve-wracking, but you know what? The problem, and then here's the thing. I actually have a CD of my own album that I put out myself. And it's on CD Baby. But what CD Baby did was I gave them permission to push all of my stuff out to every digital platform. Like 3 of my songs get played regularly on Disney. Make that make sense? But it pays me every month. But it's not like it used to be, Brother Mo. And it's the same thing with CapCut is what I'm saying. So I'm not here to talk so much about royalties, but it's kind of the same thing. Absolutely, yes, that's what's happening, Laura. The artist doesn't own the platform, which is what Jay-Z tried to do and is doing, right? Which is what other artists are doing is they created their own platform so they could pay the artist more. Yes. And this is what CapCut is doing. They're literally saying, we own you. If you don't want to be owned like that, and if you don't want to wake up one morning and your image and your likeness and something you created 3 months ago or yesterday is already somewhere else being utilized in a commercial, because I'm going to tell you what CapCut is going to do. They're going to sell your product to somebody else. What if you did like an entire thing on a perfume or something like that? They can turn right around and make themselves an entire agency and rename it or whatever, and you see something that you created being utilized, and it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. But CapCut probably got cut a check. I need y'all to let that sink in. For real. That's not okay. So somebody was talking to me today and they said, well, all of the platforms do that. No, they don't. No, they don't. Now, you do give up something, but they're basically saying you give up all your rights. You giving up everything. Yes, there is a button that asks if merchants can use your material. If I give them permission, they got to reach out to me and collaborate. A lot of people don't know about that feature. No, you cannot use my stuff without my written consent. Now you can cut me a check. Matter of fact, I've done it. I had one, and I told them how much my fee was. They declined. Oh, okay. Let me catch you using it though. Oh yeah, Jen. I did hear about that. They're already doing it and thinking that people aren't going to find out. That's just like people found out that I was on YouTube and I didn't know. This is a dangerous game that they're playing. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was an automatic payment or no. You have to tell them. Yep. And they do reach out now. They do reach out, and it's a safe space. I'm gonna tell you another place that you can do it is Fiverr and Upwork as well. And you have to be careful because now with AI, they can take your image and likeness and never pay you a daggone dime. And they, I saw you. I didn't do a photo shoot for that. Do you know how much money advertising agencies are getting ready to make off of other people's images and likenesses? They're going to get ideas from you off of CapCut. Baby, when I tell you it's the same thing as what it was in the entertainment industry when I was in it, the same thing. I watched and witnessed people lose everything, because they didn't do their homework. And I was so young, I didn't know that I was supposed to do my homework. So I lost. But there's that. But y'all, this was good. It is officially almost 11 o'clock, and I got to go. I got to go. I have a client that is on her way here. We got a bunch of work to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. I will be up reading the Emancipation Proclamation, and we're going to pour the libations and the whole thing. If you want to be a part of that, you should definitely join me. I'll probably do it. I'm not even gonna lie. It's probably going to be about maybe 1, 2, because I'm going to try to go see my friends perform tomorrow afternoon. So there's that. Okay. So all of that aside, I have really enjoyed talking to y'all tonight. If this is your first time here with me, thank you so much for joining me tonight. But I need to get my stuff out the dryer. Oh my God, today. Oh, here's 3 things. Let me give you my call to action because I'm learning how to be more forthright with that. My call to action is go ahead and check out brownstoneworldwide.com for news and information throughout your day. Okay. I'm getting to the point where we're going to start increasing how much news comes through there, because it runs like every 3 to 4 hours, but I think I'm going to get them to turn it up a notch. Okay. So brownstoneworldwide.com. While you are over there, Cityscape Radio is down right now because we're doing some edits to the automated system that runs the sounds. So we're going to be turning that back on tomorrow. So don't be alarmed if you click on the link. But then Brownstone Living Magazine is currently available. Okay, you can go ahead and check that out. And we are looking for writers. So if you have commentary or something that you want to write about and share with our community, by all means, we are absolutely looking for people. Okay, Brownstone Living Magazine has TJ Mercer on the cover. She is the founder of Move-In Day Mafia, which is a nonprofit organization that helps students who are looking for support in getting housing, getting all the things that they need for their dorm if they're going to an HBCU. Okay. What's the other thing I could tell you? And she has an event coming up here in Atlanta, and it is called the HBCU Bingo Experience. It is a live event, July 12th. And the honorary chair and MC for the event is none other than Sherry Shepherd. You guys know she has her own show, The Sherry Shepherd Show, and she was just recently seen on Straw. Okay, so that's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. What else can I tell you? Oh, follow me, the Brownstone Brief on Substack. You can subscribe to that. And guys, Here's something else to remember. You can always buy me a coffee. Why am I telling that? Because I'm just going to keep it 100. This is what I literally do outside of Brownstone Worldwide and Brownstone Living and helping people with their ads. It's what I do full time. And I enjoy every bit of it. Every bit of it. So buy me a coffee if you feel so inclined. If not, come back here anyway and come and hang out in the neighborhood. It's okay. All right. We appreciate you anyway. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is Juneteenth. Get out there and celebrate. Hang out with your family. Recognize what tomorrow is. And I will be back in the morning to do what? Read the Emancipation Proclamation like I do every single year. All right. Listen, 3 things that I always like to tell everybody that is a part of the Brownstone. Are you ready? 1, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace everything that is your life, because you only get one you might as well enjoy it. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. I will see you all tomorrow for the day shift and the reading of the Emancipation Proclamation tomorrow. You have a good night. Bye.
Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.